When you hit the brakes, there's a weird noise that comes from the back, and the brake pedal, there's kind of like a step in it, so maybe like 3/4 of the way down it's smooth, and then there's like a skip in the brake pedal, and you could hear noise coming from the rear drum. So as soon as I took the drum off, this little piece fell out, and the rest of it is jammed down there. But yeah, see this, and look at this side. So here's your problem, lady. You're probably wondering why I'm hiding. There's a freaking bird inside the garage. I don't know if you could see it right there. I'm scared though, it's got me in the corner hiding.
Where you go?
He's just standing there.
You just sitting there?
Yep.
You going hard?
That's a big bird.
I know. You going hard?
Let me get out before you blow the horn, cause I'm afraid he might attack me. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, we have a, I don't even know what year this car is, but it's a Dodge Avenger. Trying to change out the lower control arm. I've already replaced this bushing here, but I got the classic bolt stuck inside of a bushing here. So yeah, it's a hot mess. Using an impact gun, torch, air hammer, penetrating oil. Been here a while. I think I just finally got it to budge just a little bit. Oh, and I'm also using the press, the ball joint press. So hopefully I could get this bolt out without having to cut it. Okay, so we have a Toyota Avalon here. I'm just back here because I'm trying to diagnose a noise for the customer. But I noticed that this brake line has been replaced before. And look at that. So that's where the brake line is supposed to be sitting, but it's not, of course. Someone just ran it alongside there, and as you can see, it's actually rubbing on the subframe. Yep. Was it really that hard to just put the brake line back where it belongs? You know, what do you think is gonna happen once the subframe ends up rubbing through that brake line? I just don't understand some people. Okay, so I got this CV shaft out of the Focus, the one that was here last time. Remember it had a noise, and I couldn't tell if it was coming from this bearing right here or from inside of the CV joint. And taking it out, the bearing seems like it's perfectly fine, but the noise is right here. It's really hard for me to do this with one hand. Let's see if you could hear that. Yeah, so it doesn't sound very loud, but the noise is there, and you can imagine while you're actually driving the car how much louder it sounds. Okay, so I'm doing some valve cover gaskets on this Toyota Avalon. Don't mind the garbage can, this is just where I'm cleaning everything. But I just took all of these out and I didn't think anything of it. But I did notice that the gaskets that came out of here are very like pliable. So I'm like, someone must have done this recently. So why is it leaking? So I took all of these out and I didn't think anything of it. But when I go to install the new one, which is right here, I thought about something. I was like, wait, this doesn't look right. So that's the way I installed this one. But these came out in this direction. Basically, it was upside down. And the reason why that matters is because here's the spark plug tube. And when you go to put the valve cover on, you want this end to be able to slide on nicely and create a seal. The way they had it, which was like this, look what happens. It binds up and it may catch that little lip right there and never really. Okay, so after doing all the valve cover gaskets and all that stuff, I had to do a timing belt slash water pump on this car, and also the cam and crankshaft seals. So all that stuff got replaced. So the reason why we came in here was because of an oil leak. The car was leaking a lot of oil, and a majority of it was coming from the camshaft seals. So it didn't need a water pump or a timing belt or anything, but it definitely could benefit it because it had Toyota parts on it. Now it's hard to say whether someone replaced or has done a timing job on this thing and just used OEM parts, or those are the original parts after 200,000 miles. I don't know. There is a little bit of play in all of like the components that came off of the timing kit. The belt doesn't look too bad. The pump, the water pump itself was actually like squeaking a little bit. So I don't know, maybe it was original stuff, but pretty much got everything put back together here, and just about ready to finish it up and get this car back on the road. So here's what it looks like, and I'm gonna put up a picture of what it looked like before I started so you could see how severe the oil leak was.